Hello, folks. Today I'm going to talk about Saul Canelo Alvarez, the cash cow in boxing. Saul Canelo Alvarez is a legend. Saul Canelo Alvarez, he's 34 years old. He'll be 35 years old this summer. He's 5'7", and he weighs 168 pounds. Saul Canelo Alvarez won so many titles that I can't even name them. He's been a champ for many years. He's been a pro for 20 years. As an amateur, he had a 42 win and 2 losses with 12 KOs as an amateur. Saul Canelo Alvarez has been fighting since he's been 12 years old as an amateur. And he turned pro at 15. He's the cash cow. He is a future Hall of Famer. Saul Canelo Alvarez fought everybody. And I like Saul Canelo Alvarez. And also, he makes a lot of money. Saul Canelo Alvarez had, in 15 pay-per-view fight, he sold 12,280,000 buys. Just imagine that. Over 12 million buys on the pay-per-view. And almost $1 billion in revenue. He's great for boxing. He is one of the best. And in my opinion, I think he's the best Mexican fighters. A lot of people are going to say Julio Cesar Chavez, but I believe it's Saul Canelo Alvarez is the best Mexican fighter. Very good fighter, makes a lot of money. Whoever fights him makes money, life-changing money. If you fight Saul Canelo Alvarez, for sure you might make $10 million, life-changing money. And I'm going to put my disclaimer: I like Saul Canelo Alvarez. I think he's good for boxing. He's great. Everybody makes money when he fights. The undercard fighters, they make good money too on the undercard. He's good for boxing. But I have one problem with Saul Canelo Alvarez. And like I said, I like Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's great for boxing. Great. He accomplished so much. He did so much. He fought everybody. But he did an interview with Fight Hype. And in that interview, they were asking him why he doesn't want to fight David Benavidez, the monster. And he mentioned he made a whole lot of excuses. Mentioned that David Benavidez is too big, that he weighs more than him. But also, too, he fought Dimitri Bivol, which weighed 168 pounds now before, but a while back he was weighing 168 pounds, but he weighs 175 pounds now. Also, Saul Canelo Alvarez mentioned that David Benavidez has done nothing in the sport. And I don't agree with that. David Benavidez is a good fighter. Every fight that David Benavidez had in the last 5 fights, he looked very good. And I'm going to give you my opinion why I think Saul Canelo Alvarez does not want to fight David Benavidez. But before that, I want to mention that Saul Canelo Alvarez fought Sergey Kovalev, a light heavyweight, for his title. And he also mentioned he wanted to fight a cruiserweight champion a few years back. And now all of a sudden, he mentioned that David Benavidez is too big for him, which that's not true. 168 pounds to 175 is not that much of a difference. And he also mentioned that David Benavidez talked like he's the top guy, like he's the one that controls the boxing. He's the man. And he also mentioned that at his position right now, he could do whatever he wants to do. That I agree with. Saul Canelo Alvarez could do whatever he wants to do now because he pays his due. He fought everybody. But everything else, I don't agree with. And I believe that the reason Saul Canelo Alvarez does not want to fight David Benavidez is for a simple reason. It's because David Benavidez is Mexican just like him. And he mentioned he'll never fight a Mexican. But Saul Canelo Alvarez fought Jaime Medina, a Mexican. And now Jaime Medina is under Saul Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Reynoso's promotion company. So I believe that the only reason he doesn't want to fight David Benavidez is because he's a Mexican. The only reason Saul Canelo Alvarez picked Jaime Medina and he's Mexican is because he knew he could beat him. If Saul Canelo Alvarez was to lose to a black fighter, a white fighter, or a Russian fighter, it would not bother him that much. But to lose to a Mexican fighter, and he's Mexican, that's what's bothering him. He don't want to lose to a Mexican fighter because he's going to go down in history that he lost to a Mexican fighter, that the other Mexican fighter was better than him. And I believe that's the reason he doesn't want to fight David Benavidez. And the reason he doesn't want to fight him because he feels that he might not be able to beat him. That's too big of a task for him to fight David Benavidez. Saul Canelo Alvarez has a lot of fans. And no matter what happened, they're going to believe that Saul Canelo Alvarez could beat David Benavidez. And I don't believe that he could beat David Benavidez. I believe that if he fights David Benavidez, he's going to lose. He's going to get beat up real bad on a slugfest. They're going to slug it out. And I believe David Benavidez is going to win. Beat him up real bad, bruise him up, cut him up, drop him. It's going to be a good fight. And the thought of losing to David Benavidez, he don't want that. He don't want that he has to walk around Mexico and everybody mention, hey, David Benavidez beat you. The monster beat you. This person beat you. But in Mexico, if he was to lose to Dimitri Bivol in Mexico, they would not think twice. Oh, he lost to the Russian, it's no big deal. But because he lost to a Mexican, I believe that's why he doesn't want to fight him. And I believe that he feels that that's a hard fight. I don't want to take a chance. It's very high risk, low reward. And the low reward is for his legacy. He's protecting his legacy. But in reality, he's hurting his legacy by not fighting David Benavidez. I believe you should get, that fight and make it happen. Fight, give yourself a chance. You get a lot more respect by taking a chance and fighting David Benavidez. And the thought to lose to a Mexican, and he's Mexican, and everywhere in Mexico, they're going to bring it up. Oh, but you lost to David Benavidez. That's what's bothering him. He doesn't want to lose to a Mexican. And a lot of people are for Saul Canelo Alvarez, and a lot of people are for David Benavidez. And I like both of these fighters. Saul Canelo Alvarez is a legend. He accomplished so much. If he could fight another 5 more years, I'd be so happy. He puts good fights. His last fight, he beat up Edgar Berlanga. Imagine that. But he doesn't want to fight David Benavidez. Hopefully, he'll change his mind and fight him. But I doubt it. And that's my thought about Saul Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. Doesn't want to fight because David Benavidez is a Mexican, and he's a Mexican. And he doesn't want to lose to a Mexican. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, give me a comment. Let me know what you think. If my opinion is right about why Saul Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to fight David Benavidez. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.